Hey, greetings. For those of you who haven't seen one of these before, this is my personal blog. I'm Chris. I just talk about stuff that's going on with my life, challenges I'm doing, all that kind of jazz. So that's what this is about. This episode is kind of like a big one. I'm talking about my resolutions for 2020. Make resolutions every year, ways I want to improve my life, things I want to do, all that kind of stuff. I think it's quite, it's something a lot of us do. And this year I've gone all out. I've decided to make 20 resolutions. So I'm going to split this into two section. I've actually split the list myself into four different sections of five. So I'm going to crack on and talk them through them quickly. I'm going to try and do two sections now, and I'll do another video in a day or two with the other two. I'll probably film the video right after if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same clothes in both. I do actually change my clothes sometimes. So section one is self-improvement. Got them on a piece of paper, planning. So I'm going to put that down there. So section one is self-improvement. This is about making myself better, trying to be a better person. And to kick that off, number one on the list is be nicer. I'm not a complete douche, but I do have douchey moments. I'm someone who sometimes lets my temper, my tiredness, my impatience get the better of me. I can be short with people. I can say things without thinking, and I can sometimes be a bit. I can just sometimes not be as kind as I should be, and it's something that I do look back on sometimes and think I could have handled that differently. There's a nicer way I could have done that. So basically, I'm just going to try and be nicer, which I think is something we should all be trying to do. I think we should all be trying to improve in that way. Um, I mean, if all of us were 10% nicer, just think how much better the world would be. So second on the list is be more sociable. I moved from the Swansea area where I'm from up towards Cardiff a few years ago. So all my friends are kind of back home or scattered to the four winds. I have made friends in the Cardiff area. A lot of them are my wife's friends. So it's kind of weird. We don't really hang out without my wife being there, but I think I've known them a few years now. I should probably make more of an effort to see them on my own. And I think I just need to kind of get out more and not spend so much time being isolated and home alone, which ties into item number three: practice better self-care. I struggle with having like going into funks, I call them, where I'm feeling low, I'm feeling unmotivated, I'm feeling bad. I've struggled with this kind of depression thing for a few years. I think it started when I was in uni the first time. And it's just something where I need to do what makes me feel better. Unfortunately, one of the ways it works is it makes you not want to do anything. Falling in the funk, I don't want to do things. And unfortunately, not doing anything then makes me feel worse because I feel like I've wasted time, like I'm a loser, like I'm not achieving anything, and it's kind of a vicious cycle. So, what I'm going to try and do is do the things that make me feel better. So that's get out and be more active, whether it's walking the dog, whether it's keeping going with my running. When I'm in a funk, I was in one in 2019. I stopped running, and then I felt bad because I wasn't running. And when I went back to running, it was harder to run because I'd had that extended period of inactivity. So I just kind of need to do the things that make me feel better, avoid the things that make me feel worse, or the temporary fixes, the things that give you like a momentary enjoyment, whether it's crappy TV or wasted time on the internet, and stop doing them because at the end of it, I don't feel better. I feel worse. I feel bad about those things. So the second, so this leads on to the fourth one, which is less procrastinating. I waste too much time. I get up in the morning, I'm thinking I've got like five things I want to do. I'll then waste like 2 hours watching TV or playing on my phone. And then at the end of the day, I won't have done all of the things I had in mind of doing at the start of the day. And I'll feel bad about that. So I need to use my time more constructively and use it better. Do the things that make me feel better and the things that need to be done, not just wasting time. Number five, self-improvement, kind of stretching it a bit there. Get a new tattoo. I've got six at the moment. I've got a list of about 4 or 5, I think it is now, that I want to get. I've got a voucher somewhere for 60 quid off a tattoo. So I kind of want to cash that in because it runs out in October. So yeah, get a new tattoo. So that is my self-improvement section. I'm kind of looking at my list. I've got health and fitness and a bucket list and miscellaneous. So I'm going to crack on and I'm going to do health and fit. No, I'm going to do miscellaneous. Okay, so miscellaneous. Number one, or number six, as we're doing the list, is a try to get published. I've always wanted to be a writer since I was about 12. I've written short stories. I've tried writing novels. My laptop is and notebooks are filled with like half finished stuff. So I want to finish one and I want to try and get it published. If I can't get it published by a publisher, I'm going to self-publish. That's the second part of this. This particular resolution is get try to get published. Excuse me, my cat is sat on my laptop. Get off, Bumps. Sorry. It's just he goes straight for it. It's like a magnet to him. So massively off topic. So try and get published. Send my books off to a few people. I did enter a competition last year. I didn't win. For best crime for a crime novel with the big issue. So maybe if they do that again, I'm kind of tinkering with what I wrote last year, trying to tidy it up, make it in better. But if that doesn't work, self-publish maybe on Kindle or something like that. So I'll keep you posted. Number two, try new things. I just really want new experiences, new stuff to try. I think everyone wants that. You don't want to stay doing the same things all the time. You want to test yourself, get out of your comfort zone, push your boundaries. I'll probably talk about that more at a later date as well. So just try new things. So number 8, improve these vlogs. I've kind of started doing these. I don't get that many views, but I do like doing them. I find it's kind of a good way to get things off my chest, talk through things. It's the same thing I used to get with writing blogs. I'm still going to do that, but I'm definitely liking these. I am aware that visually they're not the best, and I need to get better at time management, getting my point across and just doing these better. So that's another one. Number 9, no McDonald's. Now, this is not a dig at McDonald's. I'm not like someone who's like, oh, McDonald's are evil. McDonald's are business. All their practices, things I agree with. No. But does it make them evil? It's the system they operate in, isn't it? So my main reason for this is because it's a weight gain thing, a weight loss thing. I'm going to talk about that in part 2 of the resolutions blog. But yeah, they're kind of my downfall. There's a McDonald's kind of like halfway between my house and work. And I think sometimes if me and my wife have both been working, or I've been working and I'm working late and she's already eaten, they're the easy option. So I'm going to cut down on takeaway in general, but McDonald's is something I'm going to cut out totally because they don't really fill you up. They're more expensive, and yeah, basically, if I cut them out and I actually make myself come home and have something a bit healthier when I'm in the house, that's an improvement. So yeah, no McDonald's. I've done it before. I went a long phase without having McDonald's for like a year and a half. I just stopped having them, but I've kind of fallen back into it, and they're kind of like a comfort food. And going back to the self-care thing, I just feel bad after I've eaten it because I'm like, I could have forced myself to make something healthier. So that's them out. And then number 10, learn to drive. I don't drive at the moment. I had lessons a few years ago, didn't get to the stage where I wanted to do my test. I wasn't confident enough. And then it's been a thing of not being able to afford a car, living in places where it was easy enough to walk or bus to work. And of course, now I'm now married and my wife drives, I kind of don't drive because my wife drives me places. But I think it's something that would make my life easier. It would enable me to do more, give me a bit of independence. And it'd be nice for my wife if we're doing a long journey somewhere that we split the drive in. We go to see my sister who lives in England. It's about a 4 or 5 hour drive. We go up north because Yorkshire is very special to us. That's like a 4-ish hour drive sometimes. And maybe if we were splitting it, it wouldn't be so hard on my wife. And that'd be nice. And, I think it's about time I'm 34 I'm turning 35 this in 2020. I kind of need to learn to drive. It's kind of lame that I don't. So that's I've renewed my license. That was a gift from my wife for Christmas. I'm getting some lessons booked in. So hopefully this time next year I'll be driving. Uh, that's about. I've just passed 10 minutes. I think this is my longest one yet. That's part one of the resolutions. I'll be back probably in a couple of days with the second part. Comment below on this if you're making any resolutions yourself, or if you've got any new things I should try. Try new things, or tips on better self-care, anything like that. Stick a comment on this, and I don't get many, so I'll respond and maybe talk about them in a future episode. So thanks very much, and be excellent to each other. Bye bye.